Throughout 2016, Wayne TV and the History Center are partnering together to celebrate Indiana's bicentennial.
And the program is called 200 at 200, where the center will showcase 200 items important to Northeast Indiana's history. And this morning, we're joined by Todd Pelfrey from the History Center with one of them. Great to have you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
What do we have this morning?
Well, this is just one of the 200 objects that we're going to be rolling out in 2016 in celebration of our state bicentennial. Each month, we will present a new series of both virtual and physical exhibits highlighting a different theme. In January, we began with iconic Fort Wayne. In February, we shift to contention for the confluence.
Okay.
You know, we often think of contention in the military sense, but throughout the Great Lakes region, and especially in the area that would become Fort Wayne, that contention could take the form of cultural contention, religious contention, social contention. But obviously, we're going to be highlighting one area of our military contention this morning.
So this is a musket.
This is a 1768 Charleville musket. These were issued by the tens of thousands all throughout the eastern part of what would become the United States. This particular piece was carried by a soldier who was serving under the leadership of General Josiah Harmar throughout the fall of 1790. During the early republic, one of the singular military objectives was to occupy this area, the confluence of the three rivers. 3 full military expeditions were sent to this area. The first 2 were horrible failures, including one that occurred in today's Lakeside district of Fort Wayne. This piece was carried by one of the 320 regular soldiers that were serving during that particular battle. About 1/4 of the nation's entire standing army were killed within a matter of hours. So easily one of the worst rates of decimation that we've ever seen throughout our nation's history, and it occurred just a few miles away in an area near downtown Fort Wayne.
Wow. So this, first to put this in perspective for the folks at home, this is almost 4 feet long. It's really heavy too, and this was carried regularly by these military folks.
Yeah, it's about 44 inches long, weighs just over 9 pounds. This piece has an incredibly fascinating and charmed history. Like I said, it was carried by a soldier that was killed during the battle. It later ended up in the St. Joseph River, where it remained for a little over 100 years. It was rediscovered in 1893, was acquired by a local collector, later made its way to the collection of the Daughters of the American Revolution, who later gave it to us.
Oh my gosh, any idea how it was discovered after that long?
Well, fortunately, resting in the riverbank did a lot to preserve it. You know, we found a few other relics related to that battle, some bayonets and bits and pieces of muskets. But the sediment just allowed this piece to be preserved in amazing condition, complete with most of the firing mechanisms and its original bayonet.
Now, it's not capable of actually firing because of the deterioration over the years, but I mean, the fact that it was preserved rather than rusting away or falling apart is fascinating.
Right, yeah, if one were to try to fire this, they do themselves more harm than anything. Yeah, but it's a great piece, and like I said, just one of about a dozen or so pieces that we're going to be highlighting at the museum in February.
Wonderful.
Very cool.
Todd, great to have you here with us.
Thanks so much.
And the 200 at 200 event runs all year long, and you can see a new item on the first Saturday of every month right here on News Channel 15. We'll be right back.